Hey, everybody. Welcome to the Bad Comedy Podcast. My name is Emmett Trill, and in the good version of history, I survived, grew up, moved to Tennessee, and sipped on some scissor.
Hell yeah, married some fat-ass white ladies.
And I'm here with my partner in crime.
I'm a big lizard.
Who's that?
Big lizard.
That's cool.
Yeah, it's pretty cool, right?
Is it like an alligator lizard in the air, like from that America song?
I was picking out a rap name, and I was thinking, there's a lot of Lils.
Big Lizard is good.
But there's like Bigs, like there's Big X the Plug and Big Pun. And
it's better than Baby Seal.
How about Yeah, Baby Seal, that's my other name.
No.
Baby Seal, I forgot about Baby Seal.
Take Baby Seal away and add Big Lizard is way better.
I'm Big Lizard. They call me Charles Manton.
Manton?
Charles Manatee.
Charles Manatee.
Charles Manatee.
All right. So, Women's Month has been over for a while, and I'm happy about it. So I've been saving.
Yeah, I'm happy it's Earth Month.
I've been saving this.
Welcome to Earth.
I've been saving this.
Motherfucker.
I've been saving this until April to talk about, but everyone celebrates Susan B. Anthony, but what a terrible person.
What'd she do?
Well, she's on the she's on the $50 coin. Right? People honor her. But you know that she was like...
They should have her on the 70 cents to $1 coin.
Yeah. No, but I mean, women like praise her as a great feminist, but she was the head of the women's suffrage movement. She wanted women to suffer. Like, didn't they suffer enough already?
Oh.
Like, she needs to be canceled.
We need an end suffrage movement for women.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
They stop suffraging so much.
End women's suffrage,
yeah.
And then they'll be happy, and they won't be suffering.
Yeah.
Yeah. So maybe Biden do something about that. Or thanks, Obama.
Yeah. How about Joe Bidet?
Okay. I like that.
But Bidet.
Dude, I'm kind of
Joe Bidet.
I'm kind of pissed off.
Vampire by Night.
I feel like people don't take our podcast seriously. They think it's like ironic or like meta.
Well, meanwhile, we come forward with like a little political thing at the beginning of this.
Well, they think it's like ironic or meta, and it's not. Everything we say is serious.
Yeah.
And right now, what I'm saying is serious, and I want you guys to know that. And when you guys don't think what we say is what we think, or that it's completely true, if we say something offensive, it's real. It's not real. It's not ironic. Because
I'm real.
We're real ass
like Jennifer Lopez.
We're real ass N guys.
We're real ass J-Los.
Because being a real ass dude doesn't.
How about Deuce Bigelow, male J-Lo?
Ooh,
he's the male version of Jennifer Lopez.
Trans Jennifer Lopez.
It's still Rob Schneider.
Nice. So you watched The Accountant.
Yeah, I did.
I had watched it like a week prior, and I saw.
Did you see the same thing I saw?
I was laughing at the Charles Babbage scene.
Yeah,
but
he drops the Charles Babbage, and I forgot about Bull. I love Bull.
Well, I was in bed.
They mentioned Bull
I was
as
in
well.
bed, like half asleep, and my TV was like moving slow, so I was gonna rewind it and record it, but I just didn't have the energy to do it.
Yeah, dude.
He's like, "What's the password?" He's like, "Charles Babbage."
So good.
I think I heard another Charles Babbage reference too recently.
I never heard of this mother. Well, I mean, low key. I'd never heard of this mother guy.
The thing is, it's one of those things where you just don't notice it until you.
Now he's everywhere.
Well, yeah, you don't. It's always been there, but you don't notice it until
it's like when you learn a new word and then you hear everyone saying it.
Right.
Yeah.
Or when you like learn about a company or something. Like a rental car place, you start seeing them everywhere.
Yeah, or like you're looking for a certain type of car, then you see it.
Yeah, or like if you're like Brian Rowe and you're looking for a young Miker, or if you see a young Miker, you're gonna start looking everywhere for little young Mikers to talk to.
Or like when you watch that videotape and then you die in 7 days.
Yeah, it's kind of like that.
Yeah. Unless you make your son watch it, then he dies instead of you.
Well, actually, they tried to call for the son, and it didn't work at first. But then they called back. They called Cindy back, and they pretended that they were from the Scholastic Book Fair. And then she fell for it and gave it to the kid.
Yeah.
That's
Obviously, the Scholastic Book Fair would be calling my 6-year-old.
I think that's the Scary Movie 3 version of it.
Oh, really?
But yeah, that's
from a movie.
Scary Movie 3 is one of the best movies ever made.
Yeah. Is that the one with David Cross in a wheelchair?
That's 2.
Oh, I like that one because it has him and it has, what's that? Chris Elliott.
Yeah.
With the little hand.
No, that's a great one. But that one would probably honestly rank in my book third best.
Yeah.
I think that the third is the best and the first and the second.
I saw Scary Movie 1 in theaters when I was a kid. My older brother, Joe, I have a brother who's like 12 years older than me. He took me to the theater. I think I was like 12 years old or something.
I was scared the first time I watched it.
Well, listen to this. He told me, hey, Jay, my brothers all call me Jay.
Big Jay Okerson?
No, they call me Little Jay Okerson.
Oh.
But it's an ironic name because I'm big.
Oh. I love how meta and ironic your brothers are.
Yeah, they don't even know who Big Jay Okerson is. They don't know why they call me that.
I'm Big Jay Cokerson.
Well, they call me that because I was born from an oak tree.
Really?
Yeah, I'm the oak son.
Oh.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Or the ochre son for short.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it sounds better. You got to add the in there.
Yeah, it flows.
Yeah. It's
anyway, my brother
kind of
goes,
like how my name is MACK after my initials.
Jay, I'm not explaining any of these jokes, but enjoy. You can't ask me about what the meaning of any of the jokes are because he didn't want to explain sex to me.
Oh.
Then they showed a preview for a movie called The Others.
Mm-hmm.
And it broke my little mind. I had nightmares for like a month from the preview.
So,
see, the thing they don't warn you about these rated R movies is when you take kids to them, it might not be the movie that scares them. It might be the previews for the other movies.
That's true. I always thought
because there's some rated R previews coming up.
I always thought rated R was rated like R-worded.
Yeah.
But I guess that's not the case. Is it the case? What does R stands for? I don't want to get demonetized.
Rated, it's like real.
It's like
real crazy.
It's like retarded.
It's for real crazy.
Real crazy.
Yeah.
Or like ridiculousness.
It's ridiculous.
It's
Yeah.
like Rob Dyrdek.
Rob Dyrdek watches it. Rated R for ridiculousness.
No, but I think I might be biased on Scary Movie 3 because I was the perfect age to love it.
Is anybody phoning it in more than Rob Dyrdek?
No.
Imagine being that rich for phoning it in.
Rest in peace, Big.
Rest in peace up.
Big Black.
Rest
Big.
in peace that DJ Screw. Yeah.
Rest in peace, Big. He was really good at being a big fat black guy.
Hell yeah. He was great.
Yeah, and he had like a...
Did you ever watch the DC video, the original sketch with Rob Dyrdek and Big?
No.
It was an old skateboarding flick where Rob Dyrdek is the DC skateboarding. You ever watch skateboarding movies back in the day?
Yes.
That's where I learned about hip hop from in my small community of mostly whites.
That's not where I learned about it, but...
That's where I found RJD2.
Oh, yeah,
and Definitive Jux Records and a bunch of weird like indie, like underground hip hop that I used to listen to.
Yeah.
But he's like, he keeps getting kicked out of skate spots. He's like, I need a security guard to protect me from security guards. And he hires Big.
Oh.
And then they do this sketch in the video where every time the security guard's running up, Big runs in and just like knocks out their like little ass security guards.
I may have seen this. He pushes him on the ground.
Yeah. And then that like led to their friendship. Yeah.
That's pretty funny.
Yeah, it was a good idea.
And he
Back
died.
when he had like a light in his eyes.
Yeah.
Rob Dyrdek, when he was like creative and interesting.
Yeah, he's like Kyle Scantron.
Yeah. Oh, Kyle.
We love you, Kyle
Hey,
Scantron.
man, in Kyle's defense, all I do is see him take out the trash at the Lincoln Lodge.
Kyle.
So maybe he'd be having more fun if he was more like, he had a more like status job or something.
Yeah. Kyle, all we want you to do is help us with ACT test prep.
Yeah.
They said we have to retake it because they think we're so dumb from this podcast, or else we lose our degrees.
Why do people ask? Why aren't more people getting interested in your podcast? I'm like, maybe they don't know who we're talking about. We talk about the guys who take out the garbage at
We're being ultra
at an independent comedy club where almost no one goes, according to the shows I'm booked on.
we flow in and out.
We're talking about garbage men by their first and last name.
I think over time, percentage wise, we've gotten a little bit less hyper specific, but I don't know.
I know. What about all the people who tuned in for the Charles Babbage talk?
Hey, a lot of people should know who that is. He invented the computer.
Yeah.
I mean, that was a good debate. Who's cooler, white people or black people? And it was a stalemate. We don't know.
Yeah.
It's kind of like how many licks does it take to get to the center of a Tootsie Pop?
Sam Talent said, he said he laughed at the clip, and I said, why do you think this is funny?
Which one?
the argument. And he didn't respond.
He also didn't like it on Instagram.
Nah, you don't do that.
I keep track of the ones that Sam Talent likes, and it's the two Luchin ones.
Did you see we got a like on our old Lund clip or a comment?
Yeah.
Like Lund is having to come up.
I commented Lundites Unite.
I think it's because he was just on a big podcast.
Was
he
he?
was on Stavros' podcast with Sam.
Stavros. Ugh.
Yeah, I don't like that guy.
So Sam, again.
I listened to Come Town, and I only liked Nick Mullen, and I was so mad that this person who seemed to benefit from it the most is Stavros is like come up.
Yeah, he was just the laugh, the second man to laugh, because you want to have that to keep the genius rolling, and then
you have somebody laugh and it encourages the other guy to keep going.
Yeah. But then you have Adam as the punching bag.
Yeah, it was sort of all set up to like make Nick Mullen look good.
Yeah.
And it worked.
I mean, he's definitely the funniest one, but he's a thief. A joke thief.
Yeah, he stole everything
a podcast
from us.
joke thief. Yeah,
that's true.
And he stole my bit about falling.
Yep.
So Nick Mullen. Yeah, that's what I say.
Yeah,
but he's pretty funny though.
It was sad to me that everyone liked him. I liked him for a while, and I had to stop liking him because everyone else started liking him.
Yeah,
like he kind of became what he hates. He had like a bunch of people like copying his mustache and saying the N-word ironically.
Yeah.
It sucked.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah. I met a guy who had a mustache and I guessed he liked Come Down, and he did.
Really?
Yeah, I could tell. He was a little white guy with a mustache. I was like, do you like Come Down? He said, yeah.
I think I told you about this, but after the Gazellies, I was wearing my bad comedy stuff, and we were at Estelle's, I think. And then this guy like asked about the podcast. I was like, yeah, I have a podcast. And then he's like, oh, it's a comedy podcast? Like, what's it like? I was like, I don't know. Like, do you listen to comedy podcasts? I was like, kind of like Come Town or Real Ass Podcast, Mixed, and a bunch of other stuff. Yeah. He's like, I'm a cum boy. I'm a huge cum boy. And he was super gay,
Real Ass
too.
Podcast is cool, but what about Real Ass People Podcast?
I feel like...
Did that come out? We did some podcasts with a guy locally. It sucked.
What?
The podcast we did?
Which one?
The Real People Podcast. I hated that. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Are you talking about our live podcast?
No, we went into that guy's basement.
Oh, you didn't like that one?
He seemed like a cool guy, but I just felt no chemistry in that conversation at all.
No, we ran the podcast.
I guess.
It was did
it come out?
That old one?
No, that guy, we just went into his house.
Yeah.
How was it old? It was like a month ago.
In Philadelphia?
No,
or in Pittsburgh?
in Chicago.
Oh, Mike Knight?
Yeah.
Oh, it came out?
You know my problem with Mike Knight? He's always defending women and minorities and stuff. He's always being a real white Mike Knight.
He really wasn't though.
No, he's not. He's not. He doesn't do that. I just wanted to play on his last name.
That's pretty good. Well, I don't like Mike Knight because I like the daytime. I'm early bird gets the worm.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a day.
You're more of a Mike Day.
I'm
guy.
a day man. But
it's like the only episode of Always Sunny I ever saw because my roommate was like, "You got to hear the song. It fucking rocks."
I thought you were talking about the podcast we did in Pittsburgh.
No, we did a podcast on a guy's couch.
Yeah. Mike Knight.
He was like, "Don't let him see your Dunkin' Donuts cup" and all that. Remember that?
It could have been
and
good.
You told him all the bits from our podcast on his podcast, and I just kind of sat in between you guys and had no chemistry with anybody. I was like, I hate this.
It was kind of weird because we couldn't really like see each other. Really, like I could look across kind of. And I don't know.
I felt like we were Logan and Jake Paul, and he was. I don't know. I can't think of a third person.
Black Paul.
He was. Fuck it.
What about Paul Logan?
Yeah, he's Paul Logan.
So
when I was in Cocaine Murder Jam, we did a sketch where me and Mike Kanish were Logan and Jake Paul. I'd say I'm Jake Paul, Logan's African American brother.
Nice.
And then we were in the tomb for Tupac's tomb, and we were going to open it to see if his skeleton was in there to prove that he died.
That's good.
And then we make a bet that if whoever loses, I think it's in there, and he thinks it's not, and whoever loses has to put shaving cream on their penis.
and walk around somewhere or something?
No, that's it. That's the bad part.
So they could just, just put it down their pants?
Yeah, it would suck.
Why?
We're Logan and Jake Paul, dude. We do crazy. We're crazy. So then we opened the tomb.
I'm more of a Mr. Beast guy.
We opened the tomb and there's 2 skeletons in there. And we're like, what the hell? And then they're wearing the same hats as us.
Okay.
And then they come to life and strangle us. And then and then we play da da dun da dun da dun da da, and that was the end of our show.
Okay. I like that idea.
Yeah.
Kind of playing on the first thing I think you said. Something about a white and black
Night?
Talking
about chess?
Well, I'm talking about Patrice O'Neill, his brother, his white brother, Patrick O'Neill.
Oh yeah, forgot about that guy.
He's still around. He's fat. He sits in a chair.
He's always talking about racial stuff.
Yeah, he always walks half the crowd. The other half of the crowd is just dying, and he doesn't give a fuck.
Yeah, Patrick O'Neill.
Yeah, Patrick O'Neill.
Sounds like a bar in Chicago.
Yeah,
Patrick O'Neill's.
It is so funny that you can just change Patrice O'Neill's super black sounding name by just like one letter.
Isn't it crazy?
It sounds like the most Irish name you can ever have.
Isn't it crazy that the most famous Patrice is a guy? Like Patrice is a woman's name.
Yeah.
And then there's one famous Patrice that I could think of as Patrice O'Neill, a guy.
Is it though? I think that
Patrice is a
I think that it could be either, because
there's only one guy Patrice I've ever heard of.
Because I know a male Latrice.
Latrice? Well, that's a new name. I don't know.
And he's a fat black dude. He was an old customer of mine.
If your last name, if the second part of your first name is Treese, you have to be fat.
I think
because it's short for treats.
I think if Treese, maybe this is like the conjugations for black people. So like if it's Patricia,
that's my grandma's name.
But if it's Patrice, then it's male. You know, if it ends with CE, then it's male. Ends with A, it's female.
So no, there's
like Latoya or Latrice.
This is not right. They're definitely
Patrice.
They're definitely female Patrice.
I think you're right about that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, listeners, let us know what you think in the comments. Because we would like to know.
But my grandma's name is Patricia. Shout out to my grandma.
I
know you're listening.
My grandma's dead. I know you're listening from heaven.
Yeah, shout out to Max grandma. It's too bad they don't have the heaven count in our Instagram views. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's too bad that those views don't get counted by YouTube.
Yeah, I know.
How many views we're getting
Think
from
about
heaven.
all the people looking down on us.
It's crazy.
I feel like there's a lot more from hell.
Yeah.
There has to be.
Yeah. I don't know if you want Hitler in your count.
I mean, he had a big following. He still has a following.
Yeah.
I mean, we can just take advantage of that. I mean,
are you saying we should get Hitler's following?
Yes. Scared money don't make no money.
That's true. I'm in money mode. Did I tell you that?
You're in money mode?
Yeah.
I am too. I mean, the money is the motive, and you fuck with the money.
Dude, that is
it get ugly as coyote.
That is so crazy. I just bought some shirts from an online store called Money Motive.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's awesome. I quoted Lil Wayne in my Money MACK video. I said, scared money don't make no money. Because that's actually a thing they say in the biz.
Yeah.
Scared money doesn't make money. In the stock biz.
Stock biz?
Mm-hmm. Because, I mean, lower risk, lower reward, you know.
I came up with a saying. I always say, you got to spend money to make money. That's why I tell all my clients.
Yeah. It's also true.
Yeah.
It's also pretty much the same thing.
Yeah. I also, you know what my financial philosophy has always been, and I was taught this by my brother Eric?
What?
Easy come, easy go. That's what he'd always have my brother Eric always had a big stack of cash on him. And then we'd go to the casino and he'd lose like a bunch of money. And he'd go, it's all right. It's all good, Jay. Easy come, easy go. Easy come, easy go.
Yeah.
That's what he says about dollars.
About losing money. About losing all of his money.
About money in general. And I agree with him. Easy come, easy go.
It's not always easy come though. Sometimes
it is.
It
is when I'm in money mode.
I mean, I love working. It's my favorite hobby. So like I
Hey,
just
man, when you love what you do, you never work a day in your life.
well, I love working.
So it sucks for you because that you love it.
No,
so
I-
you never work, and that's what you love. So you
No.
never do it.
Well, I have a different take on that saying. I love working, so I work every day of my life.
But everyone knows that if you love what you do, you never work a day in your life.
But I love working, so I work every day
So
of
you
my
never
life.
work.
Well, that
I knew you were lazy.
I proved that wrong.
You never work a day.
I
in your
proved
life.
that wrong.
That's because you're lazy.
no, I proved that
Because you
say-
only do what you love.
I proved that adage wrong.
You could suck on a dish.
You're Charles
a
Adage.
dig.
You're Charles Adage.
Charles Adage.
Oh wait, shit. It's
Charles Abacus. You're not recording, are you? Oh, you are.
yeah. No, dude. It's ad time.
Panicked.
So I actually have a new sponsorship. I got this in the mail from Trojan Magnum
Whoa.
condoms,
Did you hide that under there?
large size raw. I guess they just saw that I have big dick energy. And
Yeah,
wanted,
yeah.
So make sure to get.
Do you have to wear them while you record?
No.
Okay, good.
But make sure to get Trojan Magnum condoms. You guys know the brand; they're the
Yeah.
best. And this is raw. It's the thinnest Magnum condom, but it's only if you got a BD,
Yeah.
a big wiener. Okay, so
Would it be funny if there was some condoms called Magnum Raw, and then you open it, there's nothing in there, and they're like,
Yeah.
"Yeah, you just fuck raw."
unfortunately, most of our fan base has little dicks.
Yeah.
So that's why they also for Jason. We're also sponsored by Jason Melton Custom Fit Condoms. They're super. See, they're they're this size, folks. If you
Yeah.
want to see in the camera,
That's by the way,
these are Jason Melton Custom Fit. I guess he had them made, and then on the back,
I wrote in the description that this was a bad idea because while that might be the correct size, I don't use condoms.
well, I mean,
My girl has a tiny, tiny, tiny vagina, and that small extra layer of condom, my dick won't fit inside her.
I mean,
I have to go raw.
they sent this to me for you. So you must have sent them something to model this off of.
Yeah, I sent them the
This
mold,
custom fit
but I'm telling you, I can't use them. So that's what is annoying to me is like I told them like,
I can
all
expl-
right,
I
you
can
can
explain
send me
it.
condoms, but I'm just gonna throw them away. If I add even the tiniest sliver of extra size to my dick, I won't fit in my girl. She's too tight.
I can explain that right here. It says ribbed for his pleasure. The man Jason is having sex with. So
I'm not having sex.
So
with
it's
any
for
man.
men. See, look, it says it
In
on the back.
fact, I'm the only person on this podcast we've ever had on who has a love in his life, and who is a woman. In fact, every other person we've had on this podcast, I'm pretty sure is gay.
We've had
Name one non-gay person. Oh, I guess we had my girlfriend on.
Dando Simo is not gay.
She's not gay. She's the love of my life.
Dan Docimo.
We had one person on
That's
who
true.
was like me, and it was my love of my life.
Well, that's why in that one theme song that I made, where the hosts and guests are gay.
Yeah.
Yeah, everyone is. So the only non-gay person we've had is Dando Simo
That's true, probably.
because Dan's not binary. So Dan's only gay
He's only gay
if they have sex with non-binary.
when
person.
he's in money mode.
Yeah. How's Beer Belly been recently?
We had the 10-year anniversary.
Oh,
The actual 10-year anniversary.
I was actually gonna go. I didn't remember his anniversary, but
I
got so fucking.
I had
busy.
an awful set.
You did?
Yeah, I opened it up. I didn't plan anything. I couldn't think of anything I wanted to say. So I just kind of told the history of Beer Belly, and then the mic kind of went out, and then a woman in the front started talking on FaceTime
Oh my
to
god!
somebody, and I go, "Stop talking on FaceTime or step out of the room." And she goes, "I'm not." Or I said, "Stop talking on the phone." And she goes, "I'm not." I go, "Yeah, you are." And I was really mean to her, and then it was not super funny.
She was like
created a lot of tension, and then
it was kind of like this.
No, it was more like tense.
It was like this.
Yeah, it was more like that. So then whatever, she stopped for a minute, and then later she started doing it again later at my set, and I got mad at her again. And then she
Ruh-roh.
said, "Put me up there. I'll own you right now." I go, "You know what? No, you can't go up at all tonight. Fuck you. Like, I'm not putting you on the stage at all ever."
I think you were scary, Jason.
I was not scary. I was I was scary at what I might do to her.
No, you were scary.
I might kill her because I was so fucking
you were
angry.
scary in the way Rendell would say it.
I was not scary. In fact, if I was so scary, how come I screamed at her to shut up? That doesn't seem scary.
When
I
you-
go, "Shut up."
And then did you say,
Scusi.
you say, I mean, sorry.
I said, "Who are you? I want to cross your name off the list. Are you Mike Dwyer?"
Did you say, who are you? And oh, I'm so sorry.
So I had a bad set, but a lot of black people came out, and they all told me, "I've been trying to come to this one for years." And I don't know, it was like 50-50 black and white for like the
Was
first
it
time
like,
ever.
South side?
It was a bunch of Southside comics came out basically.
Did Will Hill and Chris Fort come out?
No, but what's his name? Laro. What's his first name?
The comedian?
Yeah, Laro. I forget his first name.
It's Laro.
He was there, and Marcus Shakes. And there was this other guy who I didn't know, and I forget his name, but he was really funny, older black guy.
Can you do me a huge favor and write down Laro at the bottom?
Yeah.
I have Patreon. Something.
So he's on Patreon?
No, I just got something. I don't want to forget.
Oh, you want that as a note? We should have him on.
Oh, yeah, we could have him on.
I think he was dating this girl who was heckling me. But all those people all the black people were like, "Dude, your playlist is so good." And they were asking me for the playlist. So
of what?
I had a horrible comedy set, but I got a lot of compliments on my music that I was playing throughout the open mic.
Oh, yeah. Because it's hood
Which is just
music.
the old Beer Belly playlist, though.
So the person that was doing FaceTime, they were white?
No.
What?
I mean, I'll be honest, I don't really see race. I don't know what she was, but
Was it a human audience?
yeah, it was just there's just one audience, the human audience. I only know all those comedians are black because they went on stage and said, "Hey, I'm black." Then I knew,
What
but
about
I couldn't see race.
Benedict Arnold, Benepenis Arnold?
Did I ever tell you my thing about black people on their phones?
No, but there's a lot of jokes about that.
Well, I always thought like there's a lot of black people on their phones. Like, what's up with that? And I thought, well, maybe because black people are like minorities, they're always around a lot of white people. They want to call a black person and have like some camaraderie. They're like, don't feel like they fit in. So that's why they call on the phone so much. That's what I thought. Then I went to my girlfriend's Christmas, an old girlfriend's Christmas, and it was a huge family party, all black people. I was the only white person there. And who's sitting on the couch but some black person just on their phone? So I'm like, well, that disproves my theory.
Yeah, no.
They're on the phone around each other.
Like Mike Robinson would talk on the phone so much, and I was like,
Why do black people talk on the phone so much?
I don't know. I hate talking on the phone.
They talk on the phone a lot, and they don't drive cabs. It's
Yeah.
like cab drivers also talk on the phone a lot.
Yeah, weird.
Seems like
Maybe we should do a Venn diagram.
I only like talking on the phone if I could be on speakerphone.
Yeah,
So I don't do it on
on the bus.
the bus.
Well, so I mean, remember that one time I lost my AirPods? I was like, how the heck did I lose my AirPods?
You lose everything.
So I lost my AirPods, and then so I started having to listen to music off the speaker of my phone while I'm on the bus. So I would be listening to like Gunna and Lil Durk on the bus, but everyone else on the
fuck
bus
Lil Durk,
was doing
he stinks.
everyone else on the bus was doing the same thing. So it was kind of cool.
Yeah, it just all sound. It's like, let's time it. And they all play it. At the
It
same
just
time.
happened to all be timed. Well, actually, King Louis, I was playing Live and Die in Chicago, and there was about 20 phones on the bus all playing Live and Die in Chicago. So we were all just like, we hit it as a VHS just to see you tomorrow.
Hell yeah.
Speaking of King Louis, come pick up your sweater.
Yeah.
Like, I still have it. And
Shout
I
out
need
to-
you to sign my picture to put it on the wall of fame if you come soon. Otherwise, wall of ops.
We're gonna have King Louis on a wall of ops.
Well, I guess King Louis is GD,
Oh shit!
and my old affiliations.
Goddamn.
I do want to say I don't affiliate with either
Okay.
publicly.
No, you say it on here every week.
No. Yeah.
In fact, we've been getting complaints. The Bloods are mad.
So it says on your hat you're an expert dealer.
That's
Is that dealing dick to men?
hell no, dude. Why do you keep wanting me to be gay so you could date me? I'm the one who's having sex with a woman, and that's why I was late today. Remember how mad you were? And I was like, I'm sorry I'm late, Mac. I didn't mean to be late. I was having sex with my girl, and that's why I'm 1 minute late.
You didn't say that. I was 1 minute late.
I prepared that joke on the way when I was coming here, like being 15 minutes late.
God, when I'm doing like home improvement stuff.
But you know what happened is I legit did go to come here, and my girl was like, "Let's have sex," and then we had sex.
Yeah.
And that's why I'm late.
No,
that's why I'm late.
Well, yeah,
because I was like, I'm running so late, and she's like, "Don't go and grab my dick," and I was like, "All right, fuck
yeah,
Mac, I hate him."
Well, no, and because our plan got more flexible, so I was like, it's all good. You could be late.
Our plan got more flexible, and then my girlfriend got more flexible.
And then that added 1 minute to your time,
and that's why I'm 1 minute late,
dude. I need to like put like a reminder sign somewhere, like write down my ideas. You know?
That's what I've been doing with this.
No, but I'm saying I think of so many funny ideas, like when I'm doing home improvement shit.
Oh, just put it in your phone.
I know.
God damn, it's so easy.
I just need to have a reminder to do it.
I actually have like a neurosis. Like I feel like if I don't write it down, I'm gonna die.
Yeah.
So I write down all sorts of shit, and then I never look at it again because my notebooks are just full of bullshit notes.
Yeah. I need
One time I was seeing a therapist, and I was talking about my to-do list a lot, and he said, "How would you feel if I deleted your to-do list?" And I felt an anger rise up in me, like I wanted to fight my therapist for even suggesting it. He like had clearly discovered something about me, and he did like a little psychology on me.
Yeah.
He like made me angry at him.
Is this a good note? How's it going, everyone?
Is that your opener?
I guess.
You working on some stand-up?
I don't know what that. Yeah, I guess that was maybe I was writing out a set. I don't know why I need to write that down.
Yeah. Well, no, it's good. You want to have what you want to pick out your opening because there's different ways you open. You could say, "How's it going, everybody?" You could say, "Was good with it."
You could say it's good to be here. It's bad to be here.
You could say, "Are you guys glad you're here?"
I don't think I've opened up with "It's bad to be here."
Yeah.
This sucks.
This place sucks.
You guys are all gay.
This crowd is bad.
Yeah.
I say that on stage too much.
Yeah, I don't like coming at the crowd. That's not something I like to do because I don't want to get turned against. You know.
Yeah.
Especially, I love when Brian Rowe turns on the crowd and then just they migrate like hundreds of thousands at once.
Yeah. Well, 80 people leave end of the line.
So you've been listening to Any Good History? I've been listening to The Rest Is History with Tom Holland.
No. I listened to this podcast that's legit.
The two British guys doing funny quips. I understand.
Wow, you asked me a question. Didn't even wait for my response.
Hold on, I'm sorry. Really quick.
Really quick?
I know how you probably hate like the Monty Python humor.
I don't hate it. I just think
I hate
out
that.
of date.
I hate
it's
that.
like kind of out of date. I like have an appreciation for it somewhere, but also those guys were all into philosophy and they make lots of philosophy references, and I like philosophy, so I like that.
On this podcast, this other guy just makes fun of Tom Holland, but they also talk about like real history, and they're both really smart. But
yeah, no, you told me about it. I subscribed. I haven't listened to it.
It's like, yeah, you're gay.
I haven't been listening to a lot of podcasts. I listened to one podcast called The Complete Guide to Everything. It's two guys who don't really know that much, and they just talk about everything. They have like a different subject every week.
I checked out a pod called Let Them Fight podcast, and it's basically they talk about a person from history each episode, and it's two super fat guys from like San Diego.
Ooh.
And they're comics, so it's a comedy and history podcast.
I need a podcast that, like, the problem with Dan Carlin and shit is it's too interesting, and I feel like if I miss something, I have to rewind. I've been listening to this podcast where it's like two guys who really don't know that much, just kind of joking around about Wendy's or whatever the fuck they're talking about that week.
Yeah,
and that way if I miss something, I don't care.
Because he does he does like a timeline, and you have to.
I feel like and also it's like really good and
with The Rest Is History. You can listen to it without having if you miss something. It's not a big deal.
I'll feel bad if I because I'm trying to like learn it. If it's something I'm trying to learn, I'll get like too like focused on it. Well, I have too many distractions.
Well, yeah.
I'm trying to watch 100 movies a day lately. I don't know if you noticed my letterboxed.
I haven't.
I kind of stopped doing it as much recently, but for a while I was watching 3 or 4 movies a day and writing reviews on all of them. It was very compulsive and insane.
I've literally been working or doing home improvement all day until bedtime. I wake up at 8 or 9.
And you're compulsive and insane as well.
Yeah.
Just different.
Yeah.
Different.
I do watch a movie as I'm going to bed.
Yeah.
Normally fall asleep halfway through.
The Accountant was fucking sick.
Yeah.
I've never it was like I should have called it Forrest Gump 2.
I know, but dude, somehow I think it's always because I'm either hungover or like about to go to bed when I turn it on.
Yeah,
I've never gotten to the end.
My god, the end is sick.
Oh wait, is the end when he sees his brother?
Basically. Okay. There's not much after that. Right. Spoiler alert.
But yeah, I liked this cool Airstream trailer he had.
Dude, he had fucking everything in there.
Yeah, he had money from different. Okay. Oh, they had like what was it, like an original mayonnaise?
Dude, he had a bunch of mayonnaise.
So, okay,
he had original mayonnaise on his ceiling.
Yeah,
it was a Pollock,
but there was
Jackson Pollock.
Okay, so there's
speaking of cool white guys.
Okay, so there's a Monet and a Manet, correct?
Monet.
There's a Monet and
Monet.
Manet. Wasn't there a Monet?
I don't know.
A Manet artist?
I think you're right.
Fuck that.
Yeah.
No.
Monet did impressionism. I actually know about Monet a little bit.
I know it's like dots and.
Well, it was like he also did that one where it's like a bunch of people at the park, but it's kind of like whatever.
Yeah, it's like dots. Yeah, kind of.
Not dots, but
kind of.
Like no, it's impressionism. It's like
I know which one you're talking about.
Blurry.
The lady has an umbrella and
yeah. I don't think it's dots though. I think it's just kind of blurry.
The feathers.
Yeah. Oh, no, the whole thing about impressionism is like you just kind of have an impression of it. You don't know quite the details.
Yeah.
Because before that, everything was like very realistic. They'd paint like the most detail was the best painter.
I like the realistic.
He was like, what if you just painted a bunch of blurry bullshit?
Yeah, I don't like that.
And fame.
Well, actually, I like his, but when it gets too abstract, I'm like, nope.
No, I don't like it when it's abstract. I like surreal though, like Dolly.
Well, that's a real melted clock. You guys can't even see it on the screen, but
I think he was painting real melted clocks in the painting. He actually melted some clocks and then painted them.
Salvador Dali related to Erica Dali?
I think so.
Yeah.
In the fact that he did try and do something evil to me that I can't say on the YouTube episode.
Okay, so but
we'll talk about Erica Dali.
What did Manet do?
He made my sandwich delicious.
But there shouldn't be a Monet and a Manet.
I mixed them with Chipotle and he went good with cheese curds.
I don't agree with Hitler on everything, you know. But I think there should only be realism art.
Really?
I think that all other art is bad, and it's whatever word he would use.
Well, what about this cool art we do that's like this? Is this not art?
It's pretty realism.
Okay, that's realism. Yeah. The one that like Dan casts as a skeleton. I guess that's surreal. Or something. What about dogs playing poker? That's not real. Or is it?
Oh, I think Hitler would be okay with that.
Dogs playing poker is in that movie.
Well, he loved dogs, and he'd be like, "That's funny."
Yeah, except didn't he kill his dog?
Funny joke.
Didn't he kill his dog?
I think when he killed himself, he did. But that's like you're going to heaven with me because
all dogs go to heaven.
He thought he was going to heaven. That sucks. They got split up then.
Yeah, his dog's looking down. On him.
What about his wife? Aretha Franklin or something.
Imagine Hitler being married to a fat black lady.
He probably would have won the war.
Yeah.
Because he would have had all the black people on his side.
Imagine Hitler being married to Lizzo. That actually makes sense to me. Because actually, speaking of that, I've seen pictures like Jeff Bezos, I guess, is a huge fan of Lizzo. And there's these pictures of like Jeff Bezos hanging out with Lizzo and they're like got their arms around each other. It's just this little bald man and this big black lady and this like so much evil. Just pure evil.
All right, so let's rank who we hate the most.
Okay.
Jeff Bezos.
Oh, we're talking
Elon Tusk and Mark Zuckerberg.
Legitimately, I don't know if he's the most evil, but I hate Elon Tusk.
Who do you hate?
He's my number one.
I'm just talking about who do you hate the most, yeah.
And then probably Bezos, and then probably Zuckerberg. What about Gates?
We'll put Gates in there, but Gates would probably be my least hated.
He's like done the best PR for himself by just kind of being quiet.
And then put Charles Babbage on there too.
And Charles Babbage, he's my least hated. Babbage.
Well, yeah, me too.
I like
me too.
him,
Just put it on there. Yeah. All right, so I'll go first. So my least favorite is Mark Zuckerberg.
Okay.
Because he
least favorite
has way too much sunscreen on his face.
What about Tim Cook? Because you had issues with Apple recently. Should we add him?
Dane Cook.
Dane Cook, not Tim Cook?
Yeah, Dane Cook.
Okay. Remember you're having issues with the corporation?
Yeah, but Tim Cook got someone to help me.
Oh, you're fixed?
Yeah.
So you're like, whatever.
Yeah, so with Dane Cook on there. Okay, so least favorite, Mark Zuckerberg. He puts too much sunscreen on his face.
Yeah. I like how we're being polite. We're not saying we hate them. We're saying that our least favorite.
Well, we hate them. No, we hate them.
All right, most
Who
hated?
do we hate the most? Who do we hate the least?
Oh, okay, most hated.
Number 2, Jeff Bezos. Because
Okay.
he's a Lizzo fan. He's bald, like Blake.
Yeah. Get some hair, bitch.
Yeah, he's like Blake
I hate
or
bald
Bobby
people.
Buds. I know. Like he's trying to be a comedian like those guys.
I try not to judge people for their differences, but fuck bald people.
I know. Like
For
maybe
real.
get some hair. You can get hair.
Come on,
Remember,
dude.
have you ever driven to the airport and seen Brian Hair Lacquer posters?
I know.
If he can do it, you can do it.
It's so simple. You just buy the fucking expensive ass Propecia or whatever.
If you're in your
and
30s or 40s and
Yeah.
you're bald, you need to figure it.
no excuse.
Yeah, no
Except being black. That's cool.
No excuse. Yeah, I mean that
Sometimes
looks.
black people shave their head and they have hair and they just look cool.
Oh, it looks awesome.
Sick.
It looks sick. Yeah.
I thought R. Kelly did that for a long time, but then later I think he just got
Yeah,
hair
hair
plants.
plugs. And then number 3, I'm gonna put. Hold on.
You have
I can see this.
you got Musk or you got Zuckerberg.
Yeah,
and
so
you're going
I hate
one,
Zuckerberg
Zuckerberg.
the most because of sunscreen. Jeff Bezos because he likes Lizzo and he's bald. Then Dane Cook because he never got back to me about coming
Yeah,
on the
that bitch.
podcast. He responded to me once, and then when I invited him on the podcast,
Yeah.
he didn't respond. And I was like, "Cool. We're trying to kind of bring back your reputation, which
Yeah.
is not great, Dane Chef."
Yeah, fuck you, Dane.
And then I would put Elon because I think he's kind of a. No, you know what? Then I'm gonna put Gates because Gates, in my mind, is whatever to me. I don't really care about him. He probably invented that the name.
I almost just cut off my nose.
He probably invented that disease. I don't want to say the name of on YouTube.
Gates, yeah.
Yeah, but
You
he's
probably can't even say Bill Gates at this rate.
He's kind of nothing to me, so I'll put Gates there, and then Elon Tusk is my second least hated
Yeah.
because I like evil geniuses.
Oh, he's not.
Oh, okay.
But, I mean, you
Sorry,
can believe that if you want.
I like evil personas. I like the heel. You know,
He tries to present himself as a cool guy, though.
I know I like it. It's hilarious. And then my favorite is Charles Babbage.
Charles Babbage, he's
Yeah,
cool.
of course.
Yeah, he shouldn't even
Obviously.
be on this list.
Yeah.
It's kind of crazy. I hate Elon Musk the most because Elon Tusk because I think he's not cool and he's trying to pay everyone to think he's cool, and it makes me angry that he's got enough money to almost pull it off.
I like that.
There's a bunch of people online who are like they're like super fans of his. He has like a cult following. They
Yeah.
believe all these lies about him.
Oh, I
and they
hate-
spread lies about him throughout the internet.
Like that one guy that used to be here.
he later realized he was wrong and
Oh,
told
really?
me, yeah,
Oh,
like
wow.
off thing. But there's people I've argued with online. There's people I've argued with online who are like, yeah, he did this whole thing with. You ever heard the story about him and the guy he sued?
Is it something evil?
Yeah,
All right, hold on. What did he do? Wait, hold on. Let me turn it down.
it's a little bit evil, but it's also a little bit confusing. There was a there was a bunch of children stuck in a mine. Did you hear this story?
Oh, for children? All right.
There was a bunch of children in a mine, and Elon Musk said, I could send these small submarines to you
I remember
in South
this.
America, and they fit 9-year-olds. I don't know why he had 9-year-old submarines. It sounds like he was helping Epstein with something.
Yeah.
He had like submarines perfectly designed for children.
I mean, you're not going to let the kids fly in a private jet.
No, you want to? Yeah, you got to send them to the island in a
Yeah.
submarine the same way a drug lord sends a bunch of cocaine to America in like some makeshift little thing.
Or maybe they would fly him in like those little biplanes, and then they would just drop them off in the water, and then somebody would come out on a speedboat and grab them like they would do with
Yeah.
cocaine.
They just throw all the kids out of the plane with a parachute.
A parachute and a life
And then
jacket.
somebody goes and collects them all. Brutal. So anyway,
yeah, that was a failed mission by him, right?
well, no, the submarines didn't work or something, and then some diver just went down there and saved all the kids, and he just saved them like the normal way.
Right, he just way overdid it.
He
There's
over-engineered
no
it,
reason.
yeah. And then the guy kind of was like, yeah, Elon Musk didn't help. And people were trying to give Elon Musk credit, and the guy was like, come on, I did it. So Elon Musk called him a pedo on Twitter.
Was he?
Here's the thing. The guy sued him for defamation, and Elon claimed it was a joke and got off the hook.
Wait, you just said here's the thing, so I might have to sue you for defamation of Rovan.
I heard from this YouTube video that Elon Musk, after he called him a pedo, hired some private investigators to try and prove he was.
That's smart.
Yeah, to try and cover his bases.
Entrap him.
Well, he was being sued for defamation. So if he
Yeah.
could prove he really was a pedo, then he could try and say, see, I knew he was, whatever. Of course, they came up with nothing. He was actually just a hero.
Yeah.
Who saved a bunch of kids from a cave.
What does getting sued mean? Is it like when someone named Sue is being mean to you?
Yeah, you get Sue. She's on a leash. She's like, ruff, ruff, ruff.
Oh,
And then you go,
really?
sick 'em.
Oh shit.
She's like real mean to you.
I don't want to get sued.
No, you don't.
All right, so Elon Musk, number one most hated. Who do you got?
The second thing Elon Musk did that's really stupid is what was it? I was gonna say this one too, but I forgot now.
It doesn't matter. Go. Who do you hate second?
It does matter. I want to remember.
You can
My
come back to
mind
it.
doesn't work anymore because I don't sleep or because the Adderall has rotted it.
Yeah.
Have you noticed that you can't like I go to, all right, so here's an example. I can never think of French Montana's name when I need to. I just got it for the first time. I can never think, this is a new thing for me. French Montana, I can never think of his name, and he comes up way more often in my life than he should.
He never comes up in my life.
But I can never remember. I go, who's that? I always go, who's that Moroccan rapper?
I have a bad short-term memory, very good long-term memory for some reason.
Yeah.
Like there will be a small thing from a podcast
Yeah.
like 5 podcasts ago that
I
I'll
never remember jokes from the podcast anymore.
Well, I never remember them right after the podcast. After the podcast, I'm like, what did we talk about? But then I remember later on.
And here's the other thing I can't remember. I go to Dunkin' Donuts all the time, and my order is I get a multi-grain bagel with cream cheese.
You think it's going to make you
I can
skinny?
never think of it. No, because the plain bagels are weird tasting.
Does it
So
taste-
the multi-grain is like
Does it
the
taste like
brown one.
planes?
Yeah, they taste like airplanes. They taste like the biplanes that the.
They drop the kids
You're
off?
more of into pan planes. what I
Pan
heard.
planes, yeah.
A multi-grain bagel. I always think whole grain, oat grain.
Yeah.
It has like oats on it. Or I think of whole wheat. I always say a whole wheat bagel. They go, what? They go, what? A wheat bagel? Can I get one of the brown one? That's a brown one.
Well, you gotta say,
I got to work this out over the drive.
you gotta say whole wheat.
wheat.
Whole wheat, please. But
It's actually multi-grain.
you were talking for a second. Pan planes. I maybe think of the song "Paper Planes" by MIA, and she says, "Get high like, or get fly like paper. Get high like planes.
Yeah.
Get fly.
She's a big fan of Bill Gates, I think.
Get fly like does paper fly?
It can.
But it doesn't normally.
Well, sometimes it does because I used to work at this.
That's only if you make a paper plane.
Well, certain like little areas, the wind kind of tunnels, it flies the paper up in the air. I used to work at the school, and when the kids would come out to lunch for recess, there was a certain area where they drop off their bags, and sometimes a big wind twister would start, and it would shoot all their homework on the roof.
Yeah.
It's kind of funny.
I mean, I like the song, but the song's name, Paper Planes. I don't think they say paper planes in the song. So you have to know the title of the song to understand Get High Like Paper,
Yeah.
or else it doesn't make sense. So, MIA, if you're listening, third world democracy, I cut more records than the KGB. No funny business.
I got a second thing about Elon Musk right here. I just remembered it. During the disease that should not be named, he promised to send a bunch of those. Remember those masks were a shortage, the special masks for hospitals?
Yeah, the M95.
Yeah.
M16s.
Yeah, the M16 AK-47 masks. And Tusk promised to send a bunch of those to a hospital. Mm-hmm. He said he was going to make one of his plants start manufacturing them.
like a
And
plant.
he got like 2,000 of them together and sent them.
What types of plants?
And
like flowers.
Yeah, he had a flower plant that was going to produce AK-47 masks.
Oh,
so
that's probably why it didn't work.
Well, yeah. Well, here's what happened. He never talked to his plants, and that's why they died.
Oh, he's not woke.
No, he's not woke.
Oh.
He never manufactured any masks, and also the 2,000 masks that he sent were not respirator masks, but sleep apnea masks.
Oh.
He sent a bunch of. So he just did it for a publicity stunt to make him seem like a good guy.
Yeah,
and everyone remembers him sending masks, but they don't remember the fact that they were broken sleep apnea masks.
I mean, people always talk shit about publicity stunts, but it's pretty smart.
I wish he would have sent them fucking sleep apnea masks to me.
Yeah,
I think I got that. And I was supposed to try and set up a doctor appointment, but I didn't.
I do so many publicity stunts. I'm like a publicity stunt double, essentially. I'm like the Evil Knievel of publicity stunts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Isn't that crazy that his parents named him that?
Yeah. It's
The Knievels?
Yeah.
They're like, what would she name our son? Evil.
Yeah.
It's gonna.
I'm watching the show about bikers, and this guy's name is the head of the Outlaws. Is named Devil.
Is it Sons of Anarchy?
No, it's
what show about bikers?
It's actually based on a real undercover biker guy. It's called something. It's on Hulu. I'll find it. I'll find it for you. It's good.
Yeah.
But it's based on true shit.
I'm watching The Accountant 10 more times before I start another show.
Oh, so you're trying to become autistic?
No, I'm just a big fan of those guys.
Yeah. Is that movie? So I was thinking, because in the movie, so I don't know why Ben Affleck does this, but just like Daredevil, he was blind and he had like superpowers because he was blind, kind of like it made his hearing and everything good. In this, he has.
He also trained with ninjas.
I know,
Daredevil,
and in this, he has autism, but his dad trained him to basically make his autism a superpower. By like, but do you think that like pro R-word people like hated that movie?
Oh, for sure they hated that movie.
or they liked it, showing that there's like hope for people.
This is one of those movies that's like people are going to act like it's good for autistic people, but it's actually really bad for autistic people.
Right.
You know, like sort of like
it's like
Rain Man or something where you're like, look, he found a way to love his brother with his disease. And now all we do is go, hey, weird guy, can you count toothpicks? You know, like,
yeah, I'd probably say
it's like a movie supposed to be, I think, a positive spin on that.
I would probably say like 90% of people that have like an autistic kid or work around autism probably didn't like the movie. But
the most
probably
awkward
10% were like, yes.
The most awkward part is when they're trying to show this girl is falling in love with him. And it's like the reason she's falling in love with him is because she loves math and he's good at it. And I'm like, dude, this is fake.
Yeah,
no girl would be like in love with you over math.
I don't know. She's
maybe she had it.
She's
too.
also an accountant.
She was.
And she loved numbers, but
I just don't know. Yeah.
I had something genius to say.
I just don't think people fall in love with you for that kind of reason.
And then the actor, who's that actor that played his brother? That's in every action movie.
Dude, I love
now?
that guy.
I know he's good.
He plays the Punisher.
Oh, he's a new Punisher. Yeah,
in the Netflix series, the old Netflix series on.
I only watched the old movie.
He's also in the first season of Walking Dead. Shane.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's in a lot of stuff.
Dude, he's in Baby Driver.
Okay, yeah. I don't know.
I love that guy.
I don't know if you've noticed.
John Bartholomew, that's his name.
I don't know if you noticed, but there's this one actor that's a henchman in every single movie that I've seen.
Yeah.
He's a taller guy.
Daniel Trejo.
He's a taller guy with a long beard. He's never...
he's in that movie,
He never has
isn't he?
much dialogue.
Yeah, I know you're talking
attacks
about.
people on the farm.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I know that guy.
I've seen him in probably 15 movies at least. And
on Letterboxd, I look those guys up and I make lists of all the movies they're in. I have an issue. I'm mentally ill. I look up like there's a.
Can you find that guy and see how many movies
oh, for
he's
sure.
been a
My
henchman
phone's
in?
on the thing though, but yeah, I can't do it right now. But
I'll
write it down.
I can
and
on
look
here.
it up. But have you ever seen the movie The Raid?
The Raid?
Or Raid?
I've seen Raid Man.
Raid Man?
Yeah, when I have a stuffy nose.
Is that about Adam Urbanski, the exterminator? Adam Urbanski came by my place. Adam Urbanski came by my place and did my ants. If you have ants, I got a hookup for you.
I have 2 aunts on my mom's side.
Oh, yeah?
And a few on my dad's side.
You want to get rid of them?
Yeah.
I got a guy.
Adam Urbanski, guys, if you're listening to this, you missed the train on this because I actually did a special offer last week where you get a month free if you listen to the end, because I did 5 minutes of ranting on my own that was terrible and then made the offer at the end. Adam Urbanski won.
Oh, shout out to Adam.
Yep. So you got a free month. Shout out to Adam Urbanski. I'm not sure if you're on my fighting side right now or not.
By the way, we got some also on Patreon. Our listeners are getting a free cameo for me or Mac, and we got some of those to make.
Oh, yeah. Rachel Marsh, I'll send you.
And
I forgot.
we got another one, so there might be more. But if you guys want to take advantage of that deal, I think you have to the whatever. Soon.
I forgot to do every 20 minutes. I wanted to do ads. We'll do ads real quick.
What time is it? Hello.
Oh, we have like 5 minutes left.
Okay.
We got to do ads though. So let me hit the. Wait. That's not loud enough. Oh, well, let's take a quick break, guys. We got ads coming up. Do you like? Or let's spill the tea.
Oh, okay.
Let's spill the tea for Cool Steeper Club.
That's right.
I heard a secret.
Dan Docimo's gay.
Yep, that's actually it.
The tea.
So every week we spill the tea for our favorite company, Cool Steeper Club.
Shout out to the Steeper Club.
Cool
Steeper Club.
It's one of the best
Shout out to the
companies
Steeper Club.
of all time. They ship a package of cold brew tea bags, giant tea bags that make you big pictures of awesome different types of tea, and you get different cool boxes. And they have teas ranging from Kenyan Black, that's your favorite, right?
I love the Kenyan Black.
Yeah.
I voted for him twice.
Oh, really?
No, I didn't vote.
Oh, okay.
Barack Obama, it reminds me of.
Oh, okay.
He's a Kenyan Black.
I get the cranberry Kenyan Black.
Nice.
Yeah, it tastes just like a cranberry Obama.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, and they also have, if you live on a plantation and you want to sit around and drink a nice sweet tea while you're watching the cotton grow.
Yeah.
And the tractors getting the harvest, not people.
And then go on the plantation.
Yeah, well, it's a modern plantation.
I wonder, you can mix this tea with lemonade and make your own Arnold Palmer, probably.
But if you put
Can you really make have you ever made your own Arnold Palmer, or have you ever just drank it?
I make sweet tea when I'm sitting on my rocking chair.
I might try it.
Oh, yeah, you could definitely make your own Arnold Palmer. you can order an Arnold Palmer at like a restaurant.
I know, but it's probably the stuff from the can.
No.
I would just use the can.
No, they just put
Yeah, like I've never made a PBJ. I always order that from separate peanut butter and
Uncrustables?
jelly. No, I always get the one where it's the jelly and the peanut butter mixed.
That's the laziest shit of all
I
time.
know. I've never had that before. I don't know what it's even called. It's so weird looking in the store.
Yeah.
And just picture it getting all messy when you like start using it. It gets all
Yeah.
mixed. It would gross me out.
Yeah, but I've had it before. It's not good.
It's not even good.
Yeah.
Oh, my
I
God.
prefer separate but equal. So when it comes to my peanut butter and jelly,
Yeah.
not
you
my
do crunchy or smooth?
smooth.
Okay.
Yeah.
I used to be crunchy guy. I've switched to smooth in my later years.
You know what's not good?
I got Michael Cooper teeth. They're sensitive.
At like Whole Foods, you can like grind peanuts and make your own peanut butter.
What?
Kind of.
I didn't know that.
I don't know if they still do that. But
I don't go to Whole Foods. I call it whole paycheck.
Oh, yeah, it's so expensive.
Yeah, it's too expensive.
It's like your whole paycheck you're spending.
Yeah, pretty much.
So,
I didn't put that together, but that does make sense
Right?
why I call it whole paycheck. Because it does like take my whole paycheck to buy
essentially,
food there.
yeah.
Shout out to Bezos.
But before we get too off track, go to coolsteeperclub.com and they'll give you 20% off with promo code
25% off.
25%. That's 5% more than 20.
Yep. Subscription. They send you like a thing to make the tea in, a big tea reservoir. I don't know what it's called.
A big pitcher.
Pitcher.
Yeah,
The little screen.
Your brain is melting.
It has like a little screen in it where you put the tea inside,
Like a
the
filter?
receptacle, and then you put it in your fridge overnight. It makes the tea, and then you drink it all day. I actually already drank half a pitcher today.
Nice. I like how you can't even like say really basic
Yeah.
words.
It also has a top.
It has like a
Top and a bottom?
a thing that goes on the top.
Yeah,
to make
it's
sure.
got a thing you hold on to lift it. I think you put your hand on it.
But yeah, coolsteeperclub.com, promo code bad comedy. Also join patreon.com/bad comedy for the good episodes.
It's not / Cool Steeper Club, and in the promo box, bad comedy.
Promo code bad comedy for that.
Yeah.
And then I said for Patreon, I think I said it right.
Patreon.com/bad comedy.
Yeah. And then patreon.com/bad comedy is where half of our episodes are. That's where the good episodes are with our guests.
Yeah.
This one is more ad comedy podcast. So this is where
you want to hear Scott Darling?
Yeah.
We got 2 episodes with Scott Darling, famous guy.
Yep. We also got Ham Talent, a former enemy.
Yep.
Possible enemy still.
Possible frenemy.
We need to have a war council next time he's in town.
I don't think he'll ever do the podcast again, but yeah.
We want
Maybe I could trick him and tell him I'm doing a new podcast and then just bring him back here and do this one again.
I bet he would come on if Luchin came on with him.
Ooh.
I bet he would.
I'll say I'm doing a new podcast with Alex Luchin, and he'll come here and it'll be me and you and Luchin. He would be pissed.
Or give him a different address.
Especially because now his time is valuable. Like he's always doing a bunch of events.
This time's not valuable.
Last time he was in town, he was like, I got to go meet with the Barstool guys. And then they were there. Cool. And they're all tall.
Ham, this is what I say.
You can tell they're famous just because they're tall. The Barstool guys, they're not cool.
Well,
they're just tall.
I mean, Big Cat's tall.
Yeah.
His name's Big
That
Cat.
fucking
But
guy.
PFT, his
those
good buddy,
guys.
is short.
No. Paul Thomas Anderson?
I don't think so.
PTA.
So yeah, join the Patreon. So like these normal episodes are we just kind of practice for the guest episodes. Those ones are kind of maybe the best thing ever made. What do you say?
Yeah, it's up there with that and Coming.
Yeah, and the Cransel.
Yeah. I'm good at making 2 things: podcasts and cum.
I'm
We're getting demonetized.
I'm good at making tooth ings.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. That's when you put ings in your teeth.
Michael Cooper's good at losing 2 things. Tooth thing. His tooths.
Yeah. We are at an hour. Let's get in a little bit more comedy after the ads. Let's do like 2 more minutes.
All right.
This
is for the people who
wait,
stuck
you
around.
didn't finish your list.
Oh, so I put Elon Tusk as number 1 sucker. This is my list of suckers. Then I put Bezos because
bees.
Because he owns Whole Foods and that takes my whole paycheck every time I shop there.
Yeah,
and I'm sick of that.
I'm glad we kind of figured out what that meant.
Yeah,
what that old saying meant.
You got Crohn's. You should shop at Bowel Foods.
What?
Foods for your bowel.
What? No, I go to Half Foods.
And Jeff Bezos.
I go to Half Foods.
Jeff Bezos. You ever play Bezos Buckets?
No, but
it's where you throw a ball in an asshole.
My favorite Mario character.
You throw a ping pong ball in different guys' assholes.
My favorite
clown's assholes.
Mario character is Beezer.
Ooh, I like Louis B.
Oh, really?
Louis Bees.
I like Vireo
or Worry Bees.
B Ward. While Louis B.
I watched the Mario. Did you see the new Mario movie?
No.
Well, I think it's gonna finally end Italian stereotypes. Not.
Should I watch it?
It's pretty good. It's a nice like nothing watch.
Yeah, so
like, it's just fun.
I like good movies, and I like ironically bad movies.
Oh well, this is kind of just like a movie to have on.
Like
I
like movies that aren't intentionally bad, like not intentionally ironically bad.
Yeah,
I like to watch them because they're bad sometimes.
Yeah.
Scary Movie 3 though,
you should get into Tubi.
Is legitimately the best movie ever made.
That's interesting.
I think it needs a post-mortem whatever.
Yeah.
Oscar De La Hoya.
I got invited to watch the new Dune movie. I said, "Been there, Dune that."
Yeah,
I'm good.
I'd say give me a Dune of ketamine, and I'll snort that.
Dune. Yeah, pretty disappointing that wasn't about a mountain of powder drugs.
Yeah, a whole Dune. Yeah, that's what I order. I say 1 Dune, please.
I go, my dog's already got sandworms.
Yeah, that's right. All right. Who else do you
got? I guess after that, I'll put Bill Gates. I just don't trust that guy.
Okay. Because of that one thing?
Well, I go, open the gate. Let's see what's behind it.
That's true. He's kind of closed off by the gates.
Why'd you put 5G in my head?
Maybe he put $5,000 in your head.
Yeah. Dude, instead of giving us 5G, he should have gave us 5Gs.
Or 5Bs.
Yeah, 5Bs is cool too. Then I'll give Zuckerberg the next least because he invented Facebook, and that's my favorite website. So he's low on the list
Yeah.
because I love Facebook.
Yeah. Facebook's
You know
good.
what I like about Facebook is all the the memes for like that are like longing for old days.
Yeah.
Like remember when we used to play in the creek and drink from the hose?
Yeah.
I like those kind of memes. I like
memes where it's like, remember we used to have to walk barefoot to class.
Yeah.
20 miles in the snow.
Thank God our parents hit us, that one.
Yeah.
Otherwise, we would be freaks like this current generation. We'd all be non-binary, but
Yeah.
thank God our dad hit us with a belt, and now we know who we are.
My dad always posts like, when I grew up, I had to shovel pig shit, and then go at 5 a.m. and then go to school at 7 a.m. And then I would get back and work back on the farm again when I got home. And now all these Zanzibars, all these people named Zanzibar, never done a day of work in their life. My dad always posts stuff like that.
Yeah.
He actually hasn't. I don't want to defame.
Does
my
he
dad.
really? Or no? Okay.
I mean,
Your dad's cool.
My dad is very cool.
Your dad's kind of hip. I feel like
He is.
he kind of looks like Jeffrey Epstein a little, but he's cool.
He looks a lot like Jeff Epstein. Yeah.
He's like, yeah, if Jeffrey Epstein was cool.
He doesn't like when I tell him that.
He loves underwater submarines, weirdly.
My dad does. Yeah.
That only fit 9-year-olds.
Well, he also loves biplanes.
Oh.
Yeah, and one time I went in his plane, and there was like little life jackets
Weird.
and parachutes.
So like children's life jackets?
Yeah, maybe. I don't know.
Or maybe for pets.
Pets, probably. Yeah.
Pet life jackets.
Or maybe my dad's a drug trafficker.
Yeah, maybe that wasn't a life jacket. Maybe that was a giant bag of drugs.
Or a Rife
that
jacket.
was just like you put around your neck.
Matt Rife probably wears like little kids' life jackets.
That would be cool.
So he looks
a
strong.
life preserver, right? Inside it, you wear it. It's all drugs inside of it.
Life.
And then you go to Lollapalooza, and they're like, "You can't bring that in." You go, "It's my medicine. It's my what do you call it? Your dog."
Yeah.
I need this because I have a
it's my
disease.
therapy dog.
And
yeah.
Yeah. Then you sell Molly from inside of it to everybody at the festival.
I like that a lot.
Party.
Wait, what about this? It's a
Then Dan Cook, then Babbage. I'm done.
Then Dane Cook, then Babbage.
Yeah.
Why is Dane Cook so well liked by you? I guess.
I'm just still holding out that he'll come on the podcast sometime.
Okay. And then why do you like Charles Babbage? Just kidding.
Well, he invented the computer.
He's the coolest guy. He's the coolest guy in the
rolls.
world.
He made my whole life possible.
Business idea.
If
Okay.
we didn't have Charles Babbage, we'd be living like The Walking Dead. They don't have any computers.
Yeah. What about the walking? What about the walking alive? It's just about humans.
Yeah. I thought The Walking Dead was about how everyone's on their phone nowadays.
You should do Walking Bread.
The Walking Bread.
Yeah. And you talk-
Sounds delicious. Sounds like a treat.
No, I have a business idea. So, they have lifesavers like mints.
Lightsaber.
Lifesavers.
Oh, okay. Mint style?
Yeah, lifesavers.
I like
or,
those.
but we can get, so that's already a brand.
Okay.
I have.
We need something new.
Well, we're going to go against them. We're going to be competition.
We're entering the game.
This is life preservers.
Oh.
And they last way longer.
So instead of lifesavers, they're called life preservers. Okay.
Yeah. And,
I like it.
But the flavor lasts way longer.
It's preserved.
And it's like double thick. Yeah.
More preservatives.
Exactly. Yeah.
Okay, I like it.
And there's a lot of preservatives
Totally.
in it. Yeah. So
also, we can make those.
the shelf life is way
We can
longer.
also make those life preservers that are full of Molly as well. As like a
I like that. Yeah.
Like we can have different aspects of our
yeah. Wait, did you say
We can
did
diversify
you say
our
life
sales.
savers full or life preservers
life
full?
preservers.
Okay,
Oh my
good.
God!
Yeah.
I almost just got us sued.
That's our brand name. Is life preservers.
They were gonna sick that lady Sue on us.
I don't want
Come
Sue
and
to
bark
get
at us.
me. I feel like Sue's are kind of like Karens. Like,
Yeah,
for
sure.
I
It's definitely those names are of the same age.
I feel bad for my Aunt Karen on my dad's side of the family. She has a Karen haircut,
Ooh,
but she's the nicest.
change that. First of all,
She's always had it though.
just get something new, bitch.
But she lives in Tyersville, Iowa.
Maybe she's getting a lot of fucking dick with that haircut. And she doesn't want to change it.
Well, her
She's like,
her husband, my uncle.
Everyone's trying to fuck me.
Well, Uncle Dino.
That's why I got this cool haircut.
Uncle Dino's hitting that shit.
Uncle Dino.
Yeah.
Your uncle's a dinosaur.
Yeah. He's the man, Dino,
Yeah.
dude.
He's a Yoshi.
Yeah. He like runs the town of Dyersville.
Ooh, Dyersville.
Yeah, he's like the.
I used to deliver pizza in a town called Dyer, Indiana.
Yeah. If you mix like let's say Rockefeller,
Yeah.
Carnegie,
And I hate to stereotype, but Dutch people do not tip.
Really?
Like, it's legit. Yeah.
Dutch
Fuck
people?
Dutch people. They're all over Dyer, and this motherfucker would pay me less than what it was worth, and then give me a coupon to get to. It's like you won't even give me the fucking coupon.
Well, you want to know why?
That bitch.
You don't know why that is?
Hated that guy.
They got to save for their wooden shoes.
Yeah, that's right.
Mm-hmm. So you got to think about that.
I don't hate Dutch people.
Yeah,
I take it back.
Guys,
They're my friends again.
We still have the GoFundMe for wooden shoes and beekeeper outfits.
I bet we get a lot of emails after this. People are like, "That's true. Dutch people don't tip."
Yeah,
Like I'm glad you finally said it.
Same as Finnish people.
You know what I learned though, legit from delivering pizzas in Indiana, where it was like really poor and really rich gated neighborhoods. Like St. John is like the most rich neighborhood, and it's like right next to like these poor fucking shitty.
What is
St. John? It's like the richest town in Indiana or something.
Okay, I don't know it.
It's whatever. It doesn't matter. But the people who don't tip are the rich and the poor. It was like if you go to a trailer park, no one tips. If you go to a gated community, no one tips. You got to hit like middle.
Well,
only the middle class people tip.
Well, the gated community. No, the upper class will tip 20% flat, but never more.
No,
really?
No, not when I was delivering pizzas.
Oh, pizzas?
Yeah, the gated communities never tipped
at all.
No, barely. I mean, like once in a while. They tipped as much as the trailer parks.
Really?
Yes. The trailer parks.
Well, as often, but probably more money.
No.
Really?
No. Yeah, they don't tip. They're cheap as fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My mom would order Lou Malnati. She'd always tip $5, and then
maybe you guys were cool.
Well,
I'm just saying my experience as a pizza guy where you're going.
Actually,
we as pizza guys would see the list of addresses, and it was sort of competitive because certain houses were regulars who don't tip, certain ones are good.
You want a certain route.
You want the certain guys.
It's kind of like when you're Halloween going for candy.
Yeah, yeah. So if you knew it was like a gated neighborhood or a fucking trailer park, you're like, shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a waste of your time.
Is standard delivery 10%?
I don't know. I always tip 20 because I don't know.
I do too.
Yeah.
I do 15, I think. But then when it comes to, I always tip above 20%.
I tip like
at restaurants unless they're a bitch.
Yeah.
Then
I only tip less than 20 if it's like the tip at the counter when they're like,
oh yeah,
I'm just like,
oh, where they turn the thing to you.
Yeah. I still tip them because I know they make shit money. But
I
it's
tip
stupid.
They
should just get paid.
It all depends what mood I'm in.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I hate those.
Yeah, like Starbucks or whatever.
Yeah, but those people, I don't think they get paid as servers. Like I think they get paid normal hourly, like Starbucks people.
Yeah, they do.
So they don't get.
But that sucks. Hourly wages.
I think
at Starbucks, I'm sure,
well.
is minimum wage.
I think Dunkin' Donuts doesn't pay well.
Yeah, it's funny because you can't tip at Dunkin' Donuts, but you can at Starbucks.
Yeah.
I think.
Well, they just hire all their family.
Yeah,
essentially,
true.
It's just a big Indian family.
Ours did a really funny joke last night. He's Indian. He said his parents were from the two fighting Indian families, the ones that own Subways and the ones that own Dunkin' Donuts. It was so funny.
I am curious as to because it's very tough to distinguish Indian and Pakistani people.
Yeah, because they're the same.
Aside from the dot.
Do you know the history?
Yeah.
They kicked all the fucking Muslims out or whatever.
They're all from the same area.
Yeah.
Just differing religions. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. What do they call that?
The only way you can tell the difference is normally their name. Mm-hmm. So I want to do some.
Pray tell.
Patel.
Oh, Patel.
Patel is
I was
Indian.
going to say pray tell.
Gupta is Indian.
You know the phrase pray tell?
No.
Isn't that a phrase?
We just when we have Sonal on, I'm gonna ask like, do you know last name Patel? This guy last name Patel. It's like by far the most common last name.
I know.
Like
I used to work at a hospital.
Yeah, everybody in India.
I knew like 20 guys named Patel when I worked at a hospital. It's the doctors.
Patel, Gupta, and one more thing.
Yeah.
But
I tell you, I work for a place that mostly it's European based and Canada based. Toronto and Berlin and New York are the main places. And my name is the weirdest name. Everyone I work with is named like Sujin and dude, crazy names.
I like that.
Huge.
Zanzibar.
I'm trying to think. Anmol.
Oh, and
ANMOL, animal.
that's like that's kind of like AWOL. That's kind of cool.
Yeah. I mean,
remember AWOL?
Chirag? I got a guy on my team named Chirag.
Remember AWOL Nation? Bum, 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 bum,
No.
Sail. Bum, 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 bum.
But I have like the weird name at work. Like Jason is weird. Everyone's named like crazy shit.
I used to work for a bunch of Indians.
Jan?
I used to work for a bunch of
guy.
Indians. Feathers, not dots.
Yeah, I work with a bunch of them guys.
Yeah, and I had the weirdest name because it was Mac.
Yeah.
And then there was like sitting eagle.
Yeah.
Flying rabbit.
I used to work with a bunch of Muslims. I had the weird name Jason. Everyone else was named Muhammad. Every single
really?
one of them. Yeah.
Yeah.
Muhammad's the most popular name in the world.
Yeah. I worked with a lot of white men, and everyone's name was Michael. My name was Mac.
Weirdo.
Yeah. And they were like, it's kind of close, but it doesn't cut it.
I worked with like 8 women named Patrice.
Yeah.
There was a weird guy named Patrice. He was a famous comedian.
Oh.
He worked with us.
I worked with Patrice O'Neill and his brother Patrick, his white brother.
Patrick. Yeah, I fucking hate that guy.
He was Irish.
Stupid whitey.
All right, folks. Thanks for listening. I forgot to do sound effects because I was so excited about our conversation.
That sucks. We
maybe,
suck.
Brian Crow. Demon. All right, guys. Thanks for listening. We're going to try to have a theme song in a couple weeks here. And it's going to be hilarious. And it might be Snap Your Fingers. And it might be a Christmas song. But I can tell you one thing. We're going to take a bite out of comedy next week. Thank you so much for listening. Jason, thanks for coming on.
Thank you for having me.
No problem.
Call me Big Lizard. They call me Charles Manatee.
Big Lizard, Charles Manatee, thank you so much for coming on. Mac, thank you for coming on. Jason, do you have any plugs?
Check out End of the Line comedy show once in a while. It's at Nighthawk. Check out Haha to Hell on 420. That's going to be a good one. We got Junior Stopka headlining.
Oh, really? Where, on 420?
On 420 at Reggies.
Oh, fuck yeah. I was planning on...
April 20th, we got a weed show, and we got the funniest guy ever, Junior Stopka headlining, and it's going to be music and comedy.
Yeah.
Haha to Hell.
If
Reggies.
If you guys don't know Junior Stopka, Google Senior Gopka.
Yeah.
And you'll find him.
There's a restaurant in Chicago I found called Gorka's.
Gorka's?
Yeah, I don't know what it is, but I just like the name.
I like that too.
Gorka's.
I like that quite a bit. You guys have Instagrams for those, right? Just tell people to follow those, and then they can see the shows.
Follow us on Instagram.
Well, they can see when the shows
End of the Line Comedy, and they're regular shows. One's monthly, one's bi-monthly.
Yeah, at End of the Line Comedy and at Haha to Hell, I think.
Yeah.
All right. For me, follow at Bad Boy of Comedy. Follow at money.with.mac for financial education.
Still waiting to get paid for you plugging that.
Yeah, we'll see. Well, I'll pay you from the condom ad. And you get paid with the condoms, with the little condoms.
Fuck those condoms, dude. I can't fit my girlfriend if I wear them.
No, it's for
my tight girlfriend.
It says ribbed for his pleasure when you're having sex with men.
Well, I can't even use them then. Wait, does it say ribbed for his pleasure because the ribs are on the inside for me?
I love it.
Yeah, condom companies. Why don't you put the ribs on the inside? I want to be pleasured too.
Dude.
Ribs on both sides.
All right. But follow me at Bad Boy Comedy mainly on all platforms. Every single platform, really. Follow at Bad Comedy Podcast. Watch our videos on YouTube. Listen on Spotify or anywhere you can get podcasts. That's where all these are. Again, if you want the good episodes, go to patreon.com/badcomedy. It's $3.99, which is essentially $3. You add in inflation or subtract inflation. It's been the same price for 20 years at least. You're essentially making money by joining the podcast easily.
Easily.
It's not even close.
Yeah. And you don't need to ask Money Mac for that.
Yeah. I've done the math. You make money if you join. And all I got to say, dudes, keep on keeping on, and we'll see you when the moon hits the earth.